Ooh, okay. That is a very, very nice pattern. Guys, take a look at what Benks has sent me in preparation for the iPhone 17 launch. They've sent me these massive box of goodies. Now, just to be clear, even though Benks sends stuff like this out to me all the time, I'm not sponsored by them. They don't pay me any money. They just want feedback and they allow me to say whatever I want to say about these products. I don't make any money from anything, so everything I'm going to say is completely unbiased. Now, let's see what we have inside of here. Right, so we've got a bunch of cases and accessories for the iPhone 17 series. Let's take it out of the box and see what we got. We got a bunch of stuff for the Pro, the iPhone 17 Pro, and a bunch of stuff for the Air, the iPhone Air. And we've got another one of these pop stands which will work with any of the cases and even non-Benks cases. This is kind of a universal thing here. So I'm going to start with this one. This is a very special looking box and this is for the 17 Pro. And it's one of those gift boxes / combo packs. But this is the Benks Armor Grid Azure Blue brand combo. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Let's open it and see what we got. So it comes wrapped in plastic, which keeps it clean, which is why I think stuff like this is ideal for a gift box. Like if you know someone who's getting a 17 Pro, you can get something like this for them. Pretty much covers everything they're going to need for their new phone. And inside we have yet another box. And then I think it, like so. And some more little boxes inside. So here I have a ring holder, and this is going to be like color to match the phone case, which is what we have here. So underneath was this. Okay, it's very nice looking strap. It's a really nice blue. These metal bits here feel very high quality, kind of a brushed metal thing, cold to the touch, so definitely metal. Very cool. You know, straps are all the rage these days with Apple introducing a new sling strap. But this is not a sling strap. This is like more of a hand kind of strap, but we'll play with that in a bit. Now for the case itself. Whew. Okay. That is a very, very nice pattern. And it's got the white iPhone 17 Pro in there. Now I'm getting the orange iPhone 17 Pro, so that's going to be an interesting combination. Feels nice and soft to the touch. It's got a matte finish on it, just like the other cases from Benks, the other Aramid cases. Feels nice and rigid. Let's take the fake iPhone 17 Pro out. And there we go. What a nice inside. I like how they pay attention to the inside as well. Not like you're going to see the inside very often, but they do. They put some effort into making the inside kind of nice looking as well. So there's a nice softish rubbery texture on the inside to help keep your phone protected. And here's a giant camera ring. That's interesting. Now, if you remember, Benks used to have these little Benks logo on the side. But now they have this instead, and I kind of like that. That is a nice logo, and I think that's a nice subtle bit of branding there. So I like that. I like this direction. Let's take the seal off. Now I hear that the iPhone 16s can fit in this, so let's try it. I've got my iPhone 16 Pro here. Get it out of the silicone case. You know what? This is actually really, really cool, because if you're not buying an iPhone 17 Pro, you just have the 16 Pro, and you wanted a case for it, you could just get one of these. Let's see how it fits. And yeah, look, it actually fits pretty good. The iPhone 16 Pro actually looks pretty good in that. You got a little extra space here. You could put like a sticker or something, but it actually doesn't look bad like that. So that actually looks pretty decent. I like this case a lot. Anyway, we'll do the full review of this later on. Let's have a look at the ring holder. And of course, let's look at that blue. That is so nice. That's the back, obviously. That's the front. Oh, wow. Okay, you're getting my genuine reactions to this because this is the first time I'm seeing these things, obviously. Just look at that blue. That is a really iridescent blue. And then you've got the matching pattern on the middle there. That feels like proper Kevlar as well. And you've got blue matching internals. So let's pop this on there. Very nice looking. Very, very, very nice looking combination. This actually looks very, very classy. Look at that. Amazing. And if only Apple made a black iPhone 16 Pro. You know, imagine how that would have looked. So we've got this as well. Now, I'm not sure how this attaches, so I'm not going to attach that now. If you want to see that, stay tuned for the full review, which is going to happen later on. One last look at that. And so that is everything that came in the gift box. Now we've got another Aramid case. This is a black Armor Grid, and Armor Grid, so that's the kind of pattern that they are doing this year. This is new for Benks this year. So Benks have got a new kind of packaging. This is different. This is not how it used to be. I quite like it. Looks pretty elegant and sleek. Picture of the case on the front. Got some descriptions on the back. So this is also Armor Grid, but obviously it is in the black color, and also it is it the Pro or not? Now they used to have the Air and the Pro. the Pro with the buttons and the Air in this kind of like minimalist style, which is what I prefer actually. And this one does say Pro. Let's get this open. How do we get it open? Do we just pull? Yeah. We just pull really strong. And there we go. So that's the armor grid in black. And this is the Pro case definitely because there are knobs on the side. And first impressions, that is very nice and sleek and elegant. So there we have it. Metal buttons. I'm really glad that Benks have returned to using metal buttons on the Pro case. Last year they had a couple of Pro cases with like this cutout for buttons. And I didn't think that was the way a Pro case should be, or like a premium case should be. And I've gone back to the metal buttons and it matches the camera ring. And I've just noticed it actually says designed by Benks on the camera ring there. So that's where they've moved their branding to. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Is that the same on? Yep, it's on the blue one as well. They've got little Benks branding on the side here. Very nice and subtle, not in your face. So this is the black one. Let's put this one next to the blue and see how they compare. Let's just take this off for a second. So black and blue. Very nice design. I like it a lot, and I do like the little Benks, the new Benks logo on the bottom there. I think that looks really cool. You got the camera control button as usual, nice decorated inside. Now, this is interesting. This is interesting. The back here is kind of recessed. Now that's going to keep the back of the phone actually away from the case a little bit. So I don't know if they've done that for like scratch protection or what, or maybe that recess is for something to do with the glass back on the 17 Pro. But we'll find out when we get the actual 17 Pro. For now, let's slip the 16 Pro in. That was really easy. So look, I don't think people need to buy 16 Pro and 17 Pro cases anymore. If you have a 16 Pro, just buy the 17 Pro case because that looks really good. That there, I mean, that just looks fine. You could put a sticker there or something if you want to, but you could just leave it as well because that looks really good. Thankfully, Apple kept the sizes. Now, I don't know about the holes and stuff lining up, but we'll do that in the full review. This is just the first impressions, and the first impressions are that looks really good. Now let's see how it looks with the blue pop stand. Looks good if you like contrast, but actually, you know, we have the proper pop stand for this. It's here. So let's go ahead and open that as well. So this is the aramid fiber. It's Armor Pop L56. Okay, but the pattern is the same as this. It's the same grid pattern. And since Benks started making these things out of real Kevlar now, they feel so good. Kevlar just feels so good. And it's got a matte finish. And it's going to match the case exactly, hopefully. Let's check it out. What a stunning look. That is really stunning. So if you want a better protection for your new iPhone than these minimalist cases, this one has all-around protection, and that looks really good. Now, as I said, I've got the orange iPhone 17 Pro coming, so it's a wait and see. I don't know how that's going to look in here. It might look good, it might look terrible. We'll just wait for the full review to find out. I'll put that there aside for now, because the last thing we have for the 17 Pro is actually the screen protector. Now, obviously, I'm not going to put this on the 16 Pro, although it might fit. Well, actually, let's open it and see what we have inside. I'm not going to put it on the phone, but at least let's see what comes in the box. Right, so this is a Glass Warrior screen protector for the 17 Pro. It says sapphire glass coating. That is nice because sapphire is really hard. So this might be a good screen protector, but we'll see. Let's see what we get in the box. A full-size dust removal sticker, which is excellent. Some instructions, and here is the little fake phone, because there is an applicator. So it comes with a proper applicator. Let's take this out. Is there anything else in here? Yep, there's some cleaning pads and stuff in here. Cleaning pads, accessories, and so on. And the actual protector itself comes in this installation like alignment tool, so you know you're going to get proper alignment and you're not going to get any dust or anything on the phone while aligning it. You can see the screen protector has a little bit of a black edge, but other than that, it covers the entire screen. This looks good. Can't wait to put this on the 17 Pro when it arrives. So that's it for the 17 Pro. Now let's see what we have for the 17 Air. So this is for the 17 Air. Now, first thing I'm going to observe is that the picture is not of a 17 Air. It's of a 17 Pro. Maybe they made these boxes before we knew exactly what the 17 Air was going to look like. I keep saying 17 Air. Like, it says 17 Air. We know Apple calls it Air. But let's go and get inside here and see what we have. Now, this montage colorway is my... Oh, that opened a lot easier. This montage colorway is my favorite of all from Benks. Ah, look at that. Is nice. So this is a Pro style case for the Air, because it's got the metal buttons. It's got the camera control, metal buttons on the side as well, metal camera ring, and I can't lie, that looks really good. Also, this gives me an idea of how thin the iPhone Air is going to be. Now that feels very thin compared to my 16 Pro. Just look at the difference in thickness there. That is a substantial difference. And it doesn't feel like it definitely feels bigger like in screen area than the 16 Pro, but it doesn't feel too big, probably because it's just so thin. But as far as the case is concerned, seems constructed very well as usual. Very nice colorway. My favorite. Camera control button. Tiny camera control button. Let's compare the size. Yeah, it is a smaller camera control button than we had before. And if you look at the official Apple iPhone 16 silicone case button, it's actually maybe a little tiny bit smaller, but there we go. You have a look at those, compare them for yourself. So that looks really nice. Can't wait to try that out. And we also have an Aurora case. Now this is also for the Air, iPhone 17 Air. Now is this going to be one of the minimalist cases, or is it going to be a Pro style case like this one? Let us find out. There we go. Now that is a nice pattern. We've seen this pattern before. Benks has made this for the 16 Pro, and I have done a review on the 16 Pro version of this, so go have a look at that. I think if you're buying an iPhone Air, then this is the kind of case you want to get, because you're buying the Air because it's thin. You'd make so many compromises for it to be thin. So why are you going to put a big bulky case on it, right? I think Apple maybe dropped the ball a little bit. Apple should have made cases like this for the Air. And as I say that, wow, that is so thin. Wow, that is thin. Now it is a little bit more flexible because it's thin, but you got your cutouts as usual. Very nicely done cutouts, nice and rounded. And it's just me, but if I'm getting the Air, and I am getting the Air to try out at least, I wouldn't buy any kind of case for it except one of these ultra thin minimalist cases, because it defeats the purpose otherwise. This feels almost like a two-dimensional piece of Kevlar here. This feels so good. So as I said, I am getting the black Air as well, and I'm really not sure about it because of all the compromises Apple have made, like the one speaker and so on. But you know, let's try it out. Let's see how it goes. If it feels like this in the hand, that might be a really good deciding factor for me, whether to keep the Pro or to keep the Air. So this looks really nice. This also looks really nice. Give you a bit more protection, I guess. And the difference between the Pro and the Air cases, for the Air, it's quite substantial. Oh, and we've got a little design by Benks there on the camera ring as well. That looks nice. I like how that looks. Okay, and we've also got a screen protector for the Air. Now I'm not going to open this up because it's going to be the same as the Pro one, so we'll wait until the phone actually comes. Okay, so let's bring this video to a close with a bit of a roundup of all the things that we've got. So we've got the Armor Grid Pro style case for the 17 Pro in black, and we've got the matching ring there. That looks, I really like the look of that. If only Apple made a black iPhone, but we'll see how it looks with the orange. And we've got the Armor Air style blue Azure. Someone tell me how to pronounce that down in the comments properly, please. But it's blue. Maybe I'll just say blue from now on. And with that, we have the matching pop stand as well. Also like the look of that a lot. Can't wait to see how it looks with an orange iPhone in it. And then we've got the two Air cases. We've got the very, very impressively thin Armor Air style case in the Aurora colorway. Can't wait to try that. And if you want a bit more protection, this actually provides a lot more protection, and it gives you nice metal buttons as well, and it's actually not that thick either. So there we have it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm going to be unboxing the orange iPhone 17 Pro and the black iPhone Air on Friday on launch day. So if you want to see that, please like and subscribe. And then obviously I'm going to be doing follow-up videos where I review all of these cases and a few others that I get from different manufacturers as well. So stay tuned for that, like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.